You would not stay in America. You would not have citizenship. They'd strip that shit from you.
Where are they going to deport them to?
Birthright citizenship and the 14th Amendment has always been about foundational Black Americans. Case closed. No debate.
So now people are trying to say that Black Americans are immigrants. Black Americans are the only people in the U.S. besides Native Americans that are not considered immigrants.
ICE is not deporting Black Americans. Where is this coming from? What are y'all talking about?
The right to remain in the United States isn't dependent on a visa, temporary protection, or work permit.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm just gonna say it. Black Americans can't be deported, y'all. There's a guy in my comments on one of the videos that I have, and he is insistent on saying that we can be deported. He went into the comments and said, "You're next. First us, then you." That type of fear-mongering doesn't really work, A. And B, we can't be deported, okay? Hope that helps, right? I think he's upset about the TPS, being terminated. Where are they gonna deport me back to? Mississippi? Memphis? Y'all gotta relax. It's not happening. I know you want us to be immigrants. Some of you really want us to be immigrants, but we're not. We're the original people here, so that's not gonna happen, sir. You sound crazy, okay? But I do wish you all the best, okay? And so stop doing that talking point. That's a silly one, okay?
I just seen a video on here. Well, African girl is on here saying, "Oh, well, ICE is now deporting Black Americans." What the fuck is they gonna deport us to, bitch? They gonna deport me back to St. Louis where my daddy from, bitch? They want it to be us so bad. They're not after us. See, we've been fighting these motherfuckers for generations and generations. They can't send us anywhere. Okay? It's nowhere for them to send us. This is our land just as much as it is theirs. We built this motherfucker. Didn't you hear what Trump said? It's us. The fuck is y'all talking about? And truly, we was here before them. And then y'all want to get on here and talk shit about us. And then turn around and ask us to unite with you guys. If we probably going to unite with any fucking body, it'll probably be the Mexicans. Duh. And stop saying that I'm African. I'm not African. My ancestors are Cherokee and Choctaw Indians. You know, with the feathers. That's me. That's us. But it's okay. Y'all don't have to drag us into y'all bullshit. I mean, we get it. Trump is doing a damn fool on everybody. But at the end of the day, why y'all gotta pull us in it? They can't send us nowhere. Where they gonna send me to? Where's they gonna send us to? They gonna send my brother back to goddamn Chicago? I mean, what?
You were given citizenship here. You had to fight for it. You think if they repealed that shit, you would qualify? Y'all stupid. You're not equal to these white people. This is a white country. This is a white country. White rules, white power structure. You are still a guest in a house they made us build. And y'all are doing the same anti-black shit that they do, telling me because my mother's white, I can't call myself black because my father's black. Y'all sound like them.
All of you immigrants who believe that black people can be in some kind of way deported, you need to read the Constitution. You have to understand that black and YT people will not be deported in this country. There are some Native Americans being deported. Did you know that? There are some Native Americans that are being deported before us. Because they're not in the Constitution. They're not in the Constitution. We are the only people that they cannot touch like this. And y'all fail to understand this. And now I understand why there's so much hurt and so much pain and so much divide, so much angry people when it comes to...
What's up with this? Black Americans are going to get caught up in the deportation. They've been saying that since Trump took office, and it ain't happened yet. We have not been getting deported yet. I haven't seen it, but it's like they want us to get deported. As soon as Trump started deporting immigrants, they said, "Oh, Black Americans is going to be part of it too." And we said, "We're not worried about that. We thought we been said that." And it's like they want it to happen for us. They really, really want us to be in the same boat as them, literally and figuratively. But we're not. I'm sorry to have to inform you that my people was here before Ellis Island. My people made that. We created that. We built that. Okay? We are foundational to this land. I am not an immigrant. I am a Black American. Okay? I was here before America was even a thing. My ancestors were here before America was even America. We fought in every single war. Our blood is in this soil. We're not immigrants. Y'all want us to be immigrants so bad. Y'all want us to be like y'all so bad and be in the same situation as you. We're not. We're just not. And it hasn't been happening. Where has it happened? Show me the articles. Because I ain't seen one. I ain't seen one foundational Black American get deported to. Where they gonna deport them to?
Y'all want people to jump on this ICE shit. If you are Black American, please mind your business. We have nothing to do with that. It's not racist. It's just the facts. This ain't even a race thing. This is our country. We're home. There's nowhere to send us. Okay? Y'all keep talking about that thing that happened in Chicago in that building. Y'all already know the facts behind that. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. All right? They're not deporting Black Americans. It's not possible. Anybody that's dark that's getting deported, they're not American. They're Black in America, but they're not American.
Something is happening in America that a lot of people are now trying to understand. Black Americans who are US citizens have a legal status that is fundamentally different from that of immigrants who are in the country under temporary or immigration statuses. And that difference matters because ordinary deportation is an immigration enforcement process. US citizens generally are not subject to deportation simply because immigration policy changes.
So now people are trying to say that Black Americans are immigrants. Black Americans are the only people in the US besides Native Americans that are not considered immigrants. Europeans, Asians, Latinos all came here to the United States voluntarily, whereas Black Americans came here by force. In order to be considered an immigrant, you have to take action and moving to another country. Black Americans did not take action. We were forced. That's why we call ourselves foundational Black Americans, right next to Native Americans. Black Americans have been here in this country since the 1600s, a lot longer than a lot of white American families that you see today.
We didn't come here for a better life. We came here against our will to give a better life to other people. Our history is different from yours. We are not here for the same reasons. Oh, these facts, man, these facts, boy, they just be, they are unrelenting. Facts. All right, I'm out.
Trying to scare tactic Black people that if they don't stand in unison with Mexicans and immigrants in this deportation, that we're next. Next how? That's how, y'all be talking about, well, we don't know the history about. Y'all don't know the history. We are citizens of this country that were brought over here forcibly by our ancestors, brought over here forcibly centuries ago. Our blood is in this soil. There is no next. There's no deporting us. There's no rounding us up. Like, what are you talking about?
For Black Americans whose families have been in the United States for generations, America isn't simply a country they moved to. It is their country. They were born here, their parents were born here, their grandparents were born here, and for many families, their American roots go back generations. That means the right to remain in the United States isn't dependent on a visa, temporary protection, or work permit. And this distinction is extremely important. Immigration laws can change, visa programs can change, temporary protection can expire, work authorization can expire, immigration enforcement policies can become stricter, but citizenship is fundamentally different. A US citizen generally cannot be removed from the country through ordinary deportation proceedings simply because immigration policy has changed. And this is where the conversation becomes complicated. Some people may look at everyone living in America and assume they have essentially the same legal positions, but they don't. An immigration's legal status can depend on their individual circumstances. A citizen's rights are different. And Black Americans have a particularly long and complicated history in American citizenship. Their communities have contributed to this country through generations of labor, military service, entrepreneurship, activism, public service, and community building. So today's immigration enforcement is one of the biggest political issues in America, and people are talking about deportations. They're talking about southern border, they're talking about visas, asylum, and they're talking about citizenship. At the center of this, one basic question: who has legal rights to remain in the United States? For an immigrant who does not have citizenship, the answer can depend heavily on their legal circumstances, because a temporary status can end, a visa can expire, and also an asylum can be denied. But a US citizen is fundamentally different legal position. Citizenship provides rights and protections that an immigrant does not have. And that is why birthright citizenship is such an important part of this conversation. And so when we talk about deportation, we have to be precise. Deportation is an immigration enforcement mechanism. It is generally used against non-citizens who are legally removable under immigration law. It isn't something that a government can simply impose on an American citizen because that person belongs to a particular racial group. That's an important distinction. In this case, for many Black Americans, the conversation isn't about trying to prove that they belong to America. They are already citizens. They have constitutional rights. They are not immigrants. And their American citizenship isn't dependent on temporary protection. So here is a bigger lesson. Immigration status and citizenship are not the same. Temporary protection isn't the same as citizenship. A visa isn't the same as citizenship. And living in America under an immigration program is fundamentally different from being a US citizen. And that is why this conversation matters. As immigration enforcement continues to dominate American politics, more people are going to have to understand the difference between being allowed to live in America and actually being an American citizen. So what do you guys think? Should birthright citizenship remain protected under the current constitutional framework, or should the United States change the rules? Give your thoughts in the comment section and kindly remember to keep it respectful. If you want breakdowns like this, hit the subscribe button and join our family. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.